Hey everyone, Marco here, back once again from the mycolorscreen channel, and welcome to the world of Android customization. In today's video, it's going to be a very chilled and relaxed Android home screen setup, just to get your guys' home screen looking a whole lot better for the coming week ahead. So without any further ado, let's bring you today's new video. Great everyone, so like I said, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set up a very simple Android home screen. This one is titled Status Line by the author Unpredictable Style, and it's basically called, well, he calls himself that as you can tell, it's a little bit different than our usual home screens that we see on a day-to-day basis. It is a 3-page setup. As you can tell here, you got, I guess this is your main page, then you got some of your more shortcuts on the second page, and then lastly you got pretty much a second home screen page, I guess you could call it, and of course they're linked to all different shortcuts. For example, if you want to get to your app drawer, you can just tap home. If you want to get to your Google search, you can just tap in search like that, and you can even add in your own little box there of your favorite shortcuts or whatever if you want, just like that. So if you'd like to know how to set up this very home screen, then let us begin with today's video tutorial. Great, so as always, before we begin, just letting you know what apps and resources that you'll be needing in order to complete this very setup. So the apps that you'll be needing, going from left to right, would be Photo Editor. That's just the one that I used for my little icon image there, just to crop it into a little circle. You don't really need it, but it's cool because it's free and it's easy to get a good looking image there. Next up will be ZooperWidget Pro, and I say Pro because you need the Pro version in order to get those custom templates. As you saw, basically all the widgets on this home screen are all Zooper widgets. Next up will be ES File Explorer, or pretty much any file explorer, as you're just going to be copying various files into specific folders. So I always just recommend ES File Explorer for that. And then finally we need a third-party launcher. I'm just going to be using Nova Launcher for this very setup. You're welcome to use any other launcher, for example SS Launcher, Apex Launcher, even Thema can do the job. So yeah, it doesn't really matter as long as it's a third-party launcher. So once you've got the apps down, next will be the resources. Check in the link in the description below for that zip file. You just need to extract and then copy onto your phone. Just have that folder there with you. One more thing before you begin, you want to copy your ZooperWidget files into that ZooperWidget template folder. And in order to do that, you want to go open up your File Explorer, navigate to where you've pasted this status line folder. If you go into it right now, you can see that there's 3 ZooperWidget files. You know that they're ZooperWidget files because they end in .zw. You're going to select them all right now and select copy. Now all we have to do is go all the way back into your main SD card directory. You're going to jump right into the ZooperWidget folder, go into templates, and then just select paste, and then pretty much just paste all of those ZooperWidget files there, and you are good to go. So once you have all that in order, we can jump right into our Nova Launcher settings. So starting with our Nova Launcher settings, if you have any icons or widgets, you just want to hold down on them and then drag them into the X at the top. It is quite quick and simple. You can even just hold down and then just flick it up away. Cool little trick about that. So once you got everything away and out of your home screen, you want to hold down on your home screen right now, select the little wrench to get into your Nova settings, or however you want to get into your launcher settings. And from here we're going to jump into our desktop. Next up we're going to go straight into our desktop grid, and I've found that a 10 by 10 seems to work out pretty well. However, if it doesn't work, maybe try bump it up or bump it down and see what works best for you. I'm going to be selecting OK right now. Your margins, you definitely want those to be on none. Your home screens, now you want to have 3 home screens because yeah, there's 3 screens. Scroll effect, you can add whatever scroll effect that you want. I don't remember, I think mine's just on default or cube or something like that. But yeah, that's all up to you. But you do want to have resize all widgets, widget overlap, and then overlap when placing. You do want to have those enabled, and I'll get to that a bit later. But that's about it. You want to disable label icons as well, as that just makes your job a whole lot easier. Your dock, if you go into that, you want that to be disabled. You don't need to have that dock right now. If we go into our look and feel now, we scroll down, you can see you got your show notification bar. You want that disabled because we don't need that notification bar at the top. And then finally, I always recommend going into your gestures and buttons, as while you're working on it, you may lose an app drawer. You might not have an app drawer. So I do always recommend making your home button, which is this one over here, or your physical home button, making that your app drawer. It just makes things a lot easier when doing a setup. And then you are always welcome to set your own custom gestures if you want, if you say you got the Prime version of Nova. But that is our Nova settings complete. Last thing we want to do is to change this wallpaper. We simply have to hold down on the home screen, select wallpaper, go into your preferred gallery app, and then you simply need to find that wallpaper that you've copied onto your phone. Just need to select it. It does not really matter what size it is. You can pretty much just make it take up the entire space and then select OK. It's now going to set that wallpaper up for you. everything is going to go all dark, and now we are ready to set up our widgets. There we go. So let's jump into our Zooper widgets. Great, so in order to add in these Zooper widget templates, extremely easy to do. We're going to just simply hold down on the home screen. I'm going to start off with the first one, or the page 1, select widgets. Going to scroll all the way down into Zooper Widget Pro, and now the author does recommend a 4x4, but that's just simply because it saves time in resizing it to make it, you want to just make it take up your entire screen. So now this did seem to work pretty well on my Nexus 5, it's probably going to work very well on Nexus 4, but other devices, try making it resize the entire space, and if it doesn't work out too well, maybe you have to change your grid size a bit. I'm not too sure, but let me know how it goes. I'm just going to tap back now, going to tap the skin, and it's going to bring up my Zooper Widget configuration options right here. I'm going to select SD card, and if you've hopefully copied them into the right place, you'll see the status line skins now appearing. So here's line 1, I'm just going to select it right now, and then bam, it pops up looking all fine and dandy. Now you can go into your layout right now, you can scroll a bit down. If you want to configure each one of your modules to open up a specific app, you can call it hotspot mode if you want, and you can just choose whatever you want and just go crazy. So for example, if I wanted to configure my home to open up my app drawer, I would select my rich text right now, the one is called home. Go scroll a bit more down, look for the widget on tap action tile right here, or the module on tap. If I select it now, it's going to bring me up into a few more settings. If you like to open an app, then look for the one in the app list and then choose whichever one that you want. However, seeing that it's a app drawer and not an actual app, you want to scroll a bit more down now, look for Nova Launcher, and you just want to select the one called App Drawer. So now, when you select the little home text, you can also link it to the home icon, but I'm very lazy and I'm not going to do that. You can just change it to that. So it's very, very easy to do, and I recommend you do it to every single one of the icons that you want to open up, or any one of the text that you want to open up a specific app or shortcut. Do that now, and then you can just check to see if it looks all good. So I'm just going to tap back. It looks all good, so I'm very happy with that. As now all I want to do is select my widget on tap action and make it disabled, and that's because now when I select all the other areas that I haven't configured to set up, say, a specific app, then nothing will happen. It won't bring up this configuration all the time, and it makes it really handy. So just testing it out, selecting that home text brings up my app drawer. Awesome stuff. So swipe across now. Going to do the exact same thing now for the second widget, or the page 2 widget. Scroll down, Zooper Widget Pro. Let's go say for 4x4 once again. Why not? We're just going to resize it now, make it take up the entire page. Select the little widget right there, select the SD card, go into my status line 2. And as always, you can just go into your layout. Say for example, you want to, for your Twitter, you want to make it open as Twitter app. I'm gonna go for my good old Falcon. There he is right there, and that's it. So you're gonna do that to every one of the little text and icons that you want to configure to a specific app. And then once you're done, this is see how good it looks. That looks very good. Gonna go back into it, widget on tap action, and then simply make it disabled. So finally, last one to do, go back into your widgets. Scroll down, Zooper Widget Pro, any size, does not matter. Let's just resize it to take up the full screen. And this time around, I'm going to be selecting the line 3 option right here. Now, as you can see, there's no user image right there. The author left it blank, so you could add in your own preferred image. And all you would want to do now is select a layout, select the little plus button right there in order to add in a new module. And you want to scroll down and select bitmap, as that's just pretty much adding in an image. So from here, you're going to scroll down and select bitmap right now. And from here, you just need to choose your preferred one. Now, as you can see, mine's in a circle. And remember, I told you guys earlier to go check out the photo editor app, as it allows you to, if you go into the crop free option and you just make it or select a circle, then you're all good to go. So all you have to do now is just change the scale a bit. Let's see, I think a 60 worked well. And then just move it to the center right there. So that's pretty much that done. You're welcome to go back now, change all of your modules again to open up whatever apps that you would want. So I'm just going to go back into my widget on tap action. I know that it looks good, so I'm just going to select disable. Just going to go back now, and there it is. It looks pretty awesome. So that is pretty much your setup complete. If I just scroll now, there's one more thing that you want to do. You maybe saw earlier that I had a little folder right here, and what that is basically just a simple Nova folder that I just placed over there. So make sure, remember earlier that I said to make sure that the widgets can overlap, and this is we're going to see why now. I'm just going to resize it so I can have some space right here. Going to go into my app drawer now. Let's just see, I'm going to drag in some icons that I want. You can choose whatever you want, it does not matter at all. Just choose some favorites. So just drag them all into a folder like that. And now as you can see, you got a little awesome folder. However, now you want to make it blank. You don't want to have to see that over there. So all you have to do now is hold down on that, select edit, select the little icon image. From here you want to select the blank PNG that comes in that folder that I gave to you guys. You just need to select OK, select the little tick button, and now it's gone blank, which is awesome. That's what you want. Now all you have to do is to resize this back. Hold down on the widget, select send to back, and now just drag that little folder there over the favorites, and bam, there you have it. So home screen complete, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, as well as to please subscribe to the mycolorscreen channel if you haven't already. Other than that, also don't forget to check out our various social communities. We are on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and even Instagram. Also don't forget to check out mycolorscreen's official one-click theming launcher titled Themer Beta. That is right, it's simply one click. You just need to choose whatever theme that you want. You just need to select it, click apply, and then within a few seconds it's going to do its thing, and bam, it's got your home screen set up without any hassle. So yeah, definitely want to go check it out on the Google Play Store and leave a review. And that's all, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Marco here from mycolorscreen, and as always, don't stop customizing.